Okay, so this is about your Pascal's triangle. So Pascal's triangle, it is nothing but you can use Pascal triangle to write down our two-dimensional polynomial shape function. Okay, so by using this Pascal's triangle, you can remember the number of terms in your constant, linear, quadratic, cubic, quartic and quintic polynomial shape function. So by using this, you can write your two-dimensional polynomial shape function. Now we will see our next point. So next point is what? The condition for this polynomial shape functions. Okay, so as we have discussed the convergence criteria, that selected displacement function, it should satisfy, first thing what? It should be continuous one. Second one is what? Second, it should satisfy the rigid body displacement. Third one is what? It should satisfy the constant strain rate condition, and finally it should be independent from the natural coordinate system, as we have discussed these criteria in our previous lecture. So now we will discuss in detail what does it mean. Means the displacement model should be continuous. What does it mean? So for continuous, the displacement model, it should be continuous, and the displacement must be compatible between the adjacent elements. Now this compatible, what do we mean by compatible between the adjacent elements? Actually, these adjacent elements must deform without causing opening overlaps, or there should not be any gap between the elements while if the displacement is occurring between the elements, then there should not be any gap between any two elements. So these elements will continuously deform without having any gap between these elements. Okay, so and this requirement, it is called as the compatibility requirement. Okay, so actually, according to the scientist Felipa and Club, this requirement it is satisfied only if the displacement and its partial derivatives up to the first order, which is less than the highest order derivative appearing in the strain energy function. Okay, so what Felipa and Club says that if the displacement function and its partial derivatives up to the first order, which is less than the highest order derivative which is appearing in the strain energy function, it's continuous, then and then only the displacement model selected is a continuous. Okay, hence actually in plane stress and plane strain problems, we have we have gone through this plane stress and plane strain problems, that it is enough if the continuity of the strain problems, if the continuity of the displacement is satisfied, since strain energy functions which includes only first order terms, because as we know that strain energy, it is nothing but 1/2 or 0.5 times stress into strain. So only first order terms are there. So and from this compatibility condition, only first or only displacement and its partial derivative up to first order, if such terms are existing in your displacement function or in your strain energy function, then we can say that the compatibility requirement is satisfied by this displacement model. So for plane stress and plane strain problem, there are only first order terms are there in your strain energy function. So we can say that the compatibility condition for this plane stress and plane strain problem is satisfied by this displacement function. Okay, but in case of flexural problems, means your beam problem or plate problems or shell problems, the strain energy terms, it will include the second derivative of the displacement. As we know that this moment m is equal to ei d square w by dx square. As we know that this is your second order partial derivative of this displacement. Okay, so such type of partial derivatives, if occurring in your strain energy displacement function, then there should be there should be two types of continuity should be there. C0 continuity and C1 continuity should be there. So C0 and C1. So what do we mean by C0 and C1 continuity? Okay, So we will see about C naught continuity problems. Okay, actually in the problems like truss analysis or your plane stress and plane strain problems, it is enough if the continuity of only displacements are satisfied. Okay, because as we know that there are only displacements in x direction or in y direction, but there will not be any slope in your truss as well as your plane stress and plane strain problems. Okay, so only displacement continuity is satisfied in this case, then it is enough. We can say that our displacement model should satisfy the it's satisfying your compatibility condition. But so this is called as your zeroth continuity. Such problems are classified as your zeroth continuity. Okay, means C naught continuity. But in C1 continuity, in case of your beams or plates problem, the continuity of displacement, it is not enough. Why? Because the slope continuity also should be ensured in case of your beam and plates, because there should be a slope for this beam and plates will be occurring in the problems. Okay, so slopes is the first derivative of the displacement, as we know that. So for this case, for this case and such type of problems, actually this C1 continuity, it means we need to satisfy the displacement continuity as well as slope continuity. If we need to satisfy these both continuity, then such type of problems are classified as your C1 continuity. Okay, for C0 continuity, only displacement continuity should be satisfied, but for C1 continuity, both displacement as well as slope continuity should be satisfied. And if the displacement as well as both continuity, displacement and slope continuity is satisfied, then such type of problems are classified as your C1 continuity. And if only displacement continuity is satisfied, then such type of problems are called as C0 continuity. So your truss analysis, your plane stress or plane strain conditions, plane strain analysis, it is in your C0 continuity. But your beam analysis, plates or shells analysis, because where slope is very important, so such type of problems will occur in your C1 continuity. Okay, so this is about your compatibility condition. So for compatibility condition, we need to satisfy your C0. According to problem, we need to satisfy your C0 as well as C1 continuity. For so C0, it means we need to satisfy displacement continuity, and for C1 it means we need to satisfy both displacement as well as slope continuity, because depending on the problem we need to satisfy that conditions. Okay, if the problem is related to your stress or structural problem, if only displacement is important, then in that case we need to this displacement model or selected displacement function should satisfy the C0 continuity. And for second means the problems which include beams, shells or your plate problems, so in that case we need to satisfy slope continuity also. So it means we need to satisfy C1 continuity for such type of problems. So this is about your compatibility requirement. Okay, then we will see the displacement model selected, it should be complete, means second requirement is what? Completeness requirement. So now completeness requirement means what? If the terms used in the polynomial displacement function of the element are symmetric about axis of this is not like that. For completeness requirement, actually all terms should be there. Okay, so if all the terms of the particular degree or order of the polynomial shape function are included in the polynomial displacement function, then